The other day, my client Janelle asked a great question, and I thought there may be lots of other people. Actually, I know there's other people that want the answer to this question because my business partner, Kat, and I get asked this so often. And it is, how did we know, or I know, when it was time to change from being a solopreneur, so changing up the business model from solopreneur to a partnership? And I think this is a great question. So if you've been wondering the same, stick with me. So here's the thing. It is a deeply personal decision to know when it's time to change. And if you even want to enter into that type of, business model, because it is not easy. I think a lot of people think, oh, just having a business partner makes it easy because you split the workload. But in a lot of ways, it makes it more challenging because now it's not just you as the visionary making decisions. You have to be in congruence and agreeable when you're trying new things and testing new strategies and launching new products. And so it is not for everybody, but here's what I want to say if you have been thinking about it. So the first thing is, don't just assume success. Before I worked with Kat, I actually was in an informal partnership with 2 other coaches, and we were hosting events together, and it went down like a blazing pile of poo. It ended horribly. Okay. But I learned a lot from that situation. And one of the biggest things I learned, that would be my takeaway for this video, is you have to set the boundaries before you get into that partnership. So for example, if you want to host an event together, you're talking about, if there's profit, how are you profit sharing? Are you allowed to promote your individual businesses? And what are, kind of the boundaries of doing so? Who's doing what work? Because the 2 things that lead to breakdowns in partnerships often is about money, finances, and about one person resenting the other person, just like in a marriage, if one person feels like they're doing more work than the other person, right? So you need to have some kind of like what's the equal division of labor, so to speak, in terms of, task lists and to-dos and who's doing what, and being really clear on those boundaries so that you have success. Then if you're thinking of a more formal partnership, doing personality tests, like if your partner isn't someone you enjoy spending time with, it will make it really hard to do business with. So I always talk about how Kat and I are almost the same person, kind of, except that she's extroverted and I'm introverted, but we're both NFJs on the personality quiz, if you've ever done that one, the Briggs-Myers. So she's ENFJ, I'm INFJ. And so we have just enough about ourselves that is similar, and enough similarity in our core values that we function really, really well as a team. And so if you don't function well as a team, if you aren't aware of each other's quirks, and if you don't have patience with each other and an ability to, just let the little things kind of slide, it will be really hard to have a successful business partnership. So that's kind of, I could go on and on and on about this. We've been in a partnership for 4 years. And we've had lots of ups and downs, lots of trials, tribulations, and successes. Our business has done over $500,000 in sales. So, if you want to know more, let me know. But I hope this helps.